Chapter 17. He had 4 powerful gods of war under him, and Lord Hydra and Lord Cyclops were 2 of them. He trained these warriors meticulously. Each of them is very powerful even on its own. His problem will be eased when he has Lord Hydra and Lord Cyclops by his side. "Alright, I'll do that right away," replied Natalie. As he was about to leave, he remembered something else. "Mr. Wilder, there is one more thing. We received a report from our informant in the Smith family. Stephen proposed to Lillian at the Smith residence." "Alright, I'll personally handle this house. A man has 2 priorities, career and women. The girl he loves the most is Lillian Smith. Now that she is being forced to marry, she can't just stand by and watch." As Sebastian prepared to go to the Smith residence, he received a call from Lillian. Before he could speak, he heard Lillian's voice asking, "Sebastian, do you still want to marry me?" "Of course. Are you okay?" Sebastian asked. "Bring your ID and birth certificate, then come see me at City Hall," Lillian said before hanging up. He admitted that he was impulsive, but he had no other choice. If she had to choose between Sebastian and Stephen, she would choose Sebastian without hesitation. Although Stephen is undoubtedly talented, he is also a hypocrite. He made it clear that he didn't want her, but he still went to propose. He was already here. On the contrary, Lillian couldn't completely blame Sebastian even though he took her purity. Even though she used Elijah's illness to force him to have sex with her, her method was straightforward and unconcealed. He is a real bad guy. Although both hypocrites and truly evil people are disgusting, he prefers the latter. Of course, the main reason was that she had given herself to Sebastian and was carrying her child. The best thing he could do was to marry her. After Sebastian hung up the phone, he smiled brightly. He thought at first that he would have a hard time winning Lillian's heart. But suddenly the joy came to him. Sebastian knew that Lillian's sudden decision was probably because her family was forcing her to get married, but he didn't really care about that. Once they are married, she will be his. It's just a matter of time before he can claim her forever. Sebastian put on a sleek black suit and meticulously groomed himself. Looking at the dazzling reflection in the mirror, he nodded in satisfaction. When Sebastian came out of the office, he happened to meet Natalie. He was momentarily stunned when he saw her. Sebastian had never dressed formally before and his attire was always casual. However, after taking the time to groom himself, he looked like the epitome of a wealthy gentleman. His tall stature and brusque appearance only strengthened his charisma. "Ms. Green, why are you dumbfounded?" Sebastian waved in front of him. "Ah," Natalie gasped and her cheeks flushed. "Mr. Wilder, I have already called Lord Hydra and Lord Cyclops by your name." "Good. Keep an eye on their actions, and let me know immediately if anything happens," Sebastian ordered. "All right." Natalie hesitated for a moment before asking, "Mr. Wilder, did you dress this handsome for a date?" "I'm getting married," Sebastian announced with a smile. Then he called a taxi to the city hall. Meanwhile, Lillian was waiting at the door of the city hall. She was wearing a white dress that showed off her tall and slim figure, matched with elegant high heels. Her hair was loose around her shoulders and an innocent light was seen on her face. She displayed an extraordinary beauty that attracted every person who passed by. People on the street couldn't stop looking at her and even lovers couldn't escape her charisma, causing the man to receive a beating from her partner. "Lillian, you are so beautiful." Sebastian walked towards him. At that moment, he was full of excitement. Despite his status where many women are after him, Lillian is the only thing on his mind. There was a trace of panic in Lillian's eyes. Sebastian looked a bit messy to her then, but at that moment, he had a charisma that made her heart stop for a moment. Chapter 18. Let's go inside, Lillian said. When he was about to enter the building, Sebastian grabbed his arm. "Wait a minute. Are you sure you won't regret it? Sebastian asked. If I regret it, I won't come here, Lillian answered. Then wear it. Sebastian took out a necklace with a stone as red as blood and placed it around his neck. The pendant is in the shape of a teardrop that has been enlarged several times, which is why it is named the Seraphic Tear Pendant Necklace. What is it? Lillian asked in surprise. This is my most valuable possession. From now on, it will be the family heirloom of the Wilder family, Sebastian explained with a smile. Lillian didn't think much of it. To her, it was just a necklace. The two entered the city hall and later came out with a marriage certificate. While sitting in the car, Sebastian looked at the marriage certificate and stared at the picture they took. He was smiling in the picture, but Lillian's smile seemed forced. Lillian started the car and left. Where are we going? Sebastian asked. At home, Lillian answered simply. I haven't bought a house yet. Do you want us to buy one now? I have money, Sebastian suggested. He used to live alone in his office, but now that he's married, he won't let Lillian stay here. Your money is yours. Even if we're married now, I won't spend a single cent from you, said Lillian. After a while, Lillian drove into the luxurious villa area and parked in front of one of the villas. Honey, is this your house? Sebastian asked as he walked around the villa. Lillian nodded. I've only lived in this house a few times since I bought it, but I'll be coming here more often from now on. Where's the bedroom? Sebastian asked. Lillian sat on the sofa and felt a headache coming on. Even though he and Sebastian received their marriage certificate, he understood that his grandfather and parents would not accept it that easily. There will probably be problems in the future. Meanwhile, Sebastian went to look at the two bedrooms on the first floor. After seeing no signs of previous residents here, he came out and asked, Honey, where is your room? After a while, Lillian drove into the luxurious villa area and parked in front of one of the villas. Honey, is this your house? Sebastian asked as he walked around the villa. Lillian nodded. I've only lived in this house a few times since I bought it, but I'll be coming here more often from now on. Where's the bedroom? Sebastian asked. Lillian sat on the sofa and felt a headache coming on. Even though he and Sebastian received their marriage certificate, he understood that his grandfather and parents would not accept it that easily. There will probably be problems in the future. Meanwhile, Sebastian went to look at the two bedrooms on the first floor. After seeing no signs of previous residents here, he came out and asked, Honey, where is your room? What if I accidentally break the deal? You can't break the deal. If you do, I won't let you go, and you'll have to pay tenfold, Lillian threatened seriously. Sebastian breathed a sigh of relief after hearing this. 100 million is only 10 times that amount, which is nothing for him. However, Lillian still has her doubts. He hurried to the study to print 2 copies of the agreement. Look at it. If everything is fine, sign it, said Lillian. Sebastian quickly read the agreement. Apart from the conditions mentioned by Lillian, there are several others, such as not being able to go upstairs, dressing properly whenever leaving the room, and maintaining cleanliness. Sebastian tore up the agreement after reading it. What are you doing? Lillian said angrily when she saw Sebastian tear up the agreement. Sebastian grinned. You married me willingly. I didn't force you. Now I will show you an agreement not to touch you. I will never accept that. I won't do it again. I gave you 10 million, and if you don't have enough, I'll double it, said Lillian. I don't want a cent. All I want is you, Sebastian said as he approached her. Don't come any closer, Lillian shouted. He quickly retreated to try to escape.